the accumulated script code. Now we could evaluate, and if we would move the sphere around, we can see the boxes changing their height to accommodate the intersection object. Let's enable the see-through option and see how the sphere is pushing the boxes down. We could do this with any number of boxes. Since we are assigning the controllers using a script, we could, for example, create a 50 by 50 or 20 by 20 matrix and calculate the length of every single object based on the intersection with the sphere. Of course, we could even go further and create a global variable containing an array of multiple objects and calculate multiple intersections inside the scripted controller to perform collision detection with more than one object. But this is just the simplest case. If the sphere is above the boxes farther than 100 units, then the 100 value is being used. And if the sphere falls below, then no intersection is detected, and the original height of 100 is used again. MaxScript provides an advanced ray intersection function called intersectRayX for extended, which returns an array containing not only the word point and surface normal, but also the index of the face that was hit, and also the barycentric coordinates of the point inside that face. We can use array again. For example, ray with position 0, 0, 100 as before, and direction 0, 0, -1, and call an intersection, the intersection X, using the intersectRayX function between, for example, a sphere 0, 1, and the ray that we defined. Other than the intersect ray, intersectRayX expects a mesh to be passed as the first argument and not just any geometry object. So in this case, we cannot actually pass a primitive or editable poly object or editable patch or NURBS. We have to make sure that the object evaluates on top of the modifier stack as an editable mesh. The one way would be to collapse to editable mesh. A simpler way is to simply add a mesh select modifier on top of the object. Without that modifier, the intersection wouldn't actually work. With the mesh select modifier on top, we get a valid intersection. In this case, we can print the array and take a look at the results. The first element of the array is the typical ray with the position and the surface normal that intersectRay would return. The second element is the face index, and the third element is the barycentric coordinates of the point inside the face that was hit. Let's create a scripted user interface to explore the intersection of a word ray and any geometry turned into editable mesh in the scene. We'll create a new script, define a local variable, the mesh, which is going to contain the current object to intersect with. We're going to need a filter function called filter mesh, which is passed a single